Hey, everybody. Good morning. We are with Sorel from Kono Septic here in North Bay. Sorel, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. This is a little early morning, so thank you so much for hopping on a little earlier than normal. Tell us a little bit about Kono Septic.
Kono Septic is a septic pumping company, and we service North Bay and region, from Martin River, Temagami, Tilden Lake, Red Bridge. He's been out to Thorn, Mattawa, Powassan, Nipissing, to all the Jocko Point area.
Wow, that's a big area for sure.
Mhm.
So your septic services for residential and commercial,
Yes.
and I guess you go to the places, you're pumping out the septic systems, and then you're
Mhm.
disposing of it with, environmentally safely, I guess.
Well, it's actually disposed at the city dumping station, which is near Patton Street.
Right.
Hmm.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
about motorhomes and stuff like that? Do you pump anything mobile out like that?
Yes, definitely. One example is when a trailer gets damaged or totaled, it has to be pumped out prior to being able to move it to the scrapyard. And so that's something we do quite a bit, as well as folks, since there's no more dumping station in North Bay, for folks, they'll even come right to our home and we'll empty their trailer for them.
Yeah, we used to have one at the old Chamber of Commerce on Highway, the Seymour and Highway
Mhm.
11. That's no
Yeah.
longer there, right?
No, it's no longer available, and I believe that you can go to Sturgeon Falls and dump there,
Wow.
but it's quite a drive to just dump out your septic. So, and unfortunately, not providing an area here in North Bay, I'm sure that some trailers aren't being dumped out properly.
Yeah. Oh my God. Um,
Yeah.
and then for a homeowner, they may know or may not know, but I don't know. How often should a septic system be emptied?
So anyone on Trout Lake, since Trout Lake is where the city draws their potable water, they're required to pump out every 3 years minimum. And they will receive a letter from the city if they haven't done so, or a reminder letter from the city stating. And what we do with Kono is we're able to email the invoice directly to the city on the customer's behalf. So it saves
Right.
them a little bit more of work, but definitely at least every 3 years. My husband often refers to your septic system like a car. It requires maintenance. Folks don't understand. They say, "Oh, it's fine," until you get an emergency call at 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve saying, "Can you please come and empty the septic?" So it really does need to be maintained. And as it gets older, one thing that happens is, especially right now, the kids are coming back home. So you have a lot more people in the household. The septic hasn't been so busy, in years. And all of a sudden you have this 30-year-old system with 5 or 6 people using it full time because
Yeah.
everyone's working from home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's people don't understand the importance of maintaining your septic.
Yeah. And then commercial applications. Give me for an example of a commercial application that would be on septic and not on city services.
Um, so it's not just septic. What happens is right now, Food Basics, you might have noticed on Castles, they're having a huge issue where their septic system is not draining properly into the city system. And Jason is there 3 times a day, 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 p.m., because it's the entire strip mall. So you have I think it's a Cash Money place, and then Shoppers Drug Mart, the doctor's office, and Food Basics. And you imagine Food Basics with rinsing, and it's not just septic. They're rinsing all their vegetables, their fruit, all that
Right.
has to go down the drain. And so he's there 3 times a day, and he's been doing that for 7 weeks. He's exhausted right now.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
and
That's interesting.
um, but the question also, like you say, for industrial, there are still some places here in town that are still on septic, like right, you'd be surprised, right downtown. And even people, it's the same example with the folks that are on city sewage, but there's an issue,
Right.
and it's backed up into their basement. Jason will go in and pump that out, and you'd be surprised. There are still a couple of streets where you would think they're on city and they're not. They're on
Crazy.
septic. Yeah, you'd be very surprised. Industrial, big job for us is Bell Canada has some locations, as well as OPG in Mattawa at the dam. They have
Okay.
a septic system there, which is a big job for us. So,
Wow.
mhm.
So we're, mid-June 2020, coming out of COVID, I hope. How has that impacted your business?
I think it's increased our business because of the number of people using their systems at home rather than using the bathrooms at work.
Right.
Um, the other thing is not just that, is the cleaning. So folks are doing super cleaning. They're using or putting materials that shouldn't be going down the toilet. So even if it says it's biodegradable, that's better for the city dump because it's going to degrade more quickly. But no matter what, it's not going to go into it's not going to degrade in the septic system. So I use our Facebook page to try to educate our customers. And we make light of it because it is a dirty business.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun with our Facebook page. And I mentioned a few items that shouldn't go into the septic. And then I asked the customers, I said, what do you think shouldn't go into the septic system? And it was amazing. Some of the responses, some of the stuff that I hadn't thought of because I'm not there at the sewage tank like my husband
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a good forum, and if we can make people laugh and smile about it, and it is a cost for folks. But if you take a look at the price of what people are paying for their water usage in the city,
Right.
most people on septic don't have the water costs. So um,
Gotcha.
yeah, so you think about once every 3 years, it's really quite minimum
Yeah,
compared
for
to
sure.
paying for water monthly.
Yeah. Give me your take on flushable wipes. Do they degrade
No,
as well? Because the packages say they can be flushed.
nothing. No, no diaper wipes, no flushable wipes, no paper towel, and I won't even mention some of the other items that should not go in the septic. But
Okay,
you know what?
interesting.
An example, just recently, a customer asked Jason if it's okay to flush colostomy bags because they are biodegradable. And he opened the tank and it was just full. And he says, well, there's your problem. And he says, I'm just going to go get my wife so she can see this, because it was the wife who kept saying, no, they're fine, they're biodegradable, but not in the septic. That goes in the garbage. And, it's amazing how our fees are very expensive, our dumping fees at the city. And the more it costs the city to process the septic, is our fees are just going to continue to increase as they have been.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
and so if the fees raise, then the fee of the septic pumping goes up. And it's just the nature of trying to run a business. So people need to be more cautious.
And you're educating them on your Facebook page. I notice you're quite active there. So that's a good place for people to kind of reach out and learn a little bit too about more
And
about this.
also, if you call Jason, I bet you at least 50% of the customers say they've never spent so much time learning about their septic system from him. He'll take the time, an extra 5-10 minutes saves him a lot of grievances later on to
Yeah.
explain how it works. A lot of people aren't aware there are actually two sides to a septic system, and both need to be pumped out. It's similar to a composting, how there's still dirt there that stays forever. The liquid runs out into your bed, but the dirt needs to be removed. It doesn't go anywhere. Um,
Gotcha.
but yeah, educating folks that there's two sides, both sides must be pumped out. I don't know how many people they've said, "Oh, we never thought the other side had to be pumped out." So it's a lot of education and just being aware.
That's awesome. Okay, sounds like this would make a great episode for that TV show Dirty Jobs. I
I
think his
bet
name
you,
is,
Mike Rowe. I
yeah,
bet
that's
you
it.
he's done that. I bet you he's done that. That's it's amazing how, yeah, it's definitely. I can't. I'll take care of the phones and whatnot, but I do not pump out septic.
Right, right. Okay, what's the best number for people to reach you at?
705-840-5566, and we're kind of well known for the slogan on the back of the truck. So,
Can you say what it is?
well, it's full of political promises.
Okay.
But so we're currently in the middle of building a new septic truck, and I'm going to be running some sort of a contest soon on the Facebook page.
Awesome.
To get ideas for a new slogan on the new truck. So
That's a great idea.
yeah,
Get that engagement going, and yeah.
there's
Awesome.
a few good ones out there. So
Awesome. Okay, Sorel, thank you so much for hopping on. Your website is konoseptic.ca. I'll put that in the post as well. But thanks so much for hopping on. I greatly appreciate it. And you have a great day.
hey, thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.